Hey, what's good, everyone? This is Will and BF with 16 and B Podcast, and we're back with another one. BF, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great, man. Woke up this morning feeling good.
That's what's up, man. Well, I haven't been to sleep yet.
Oh
Worked off,
yeah,
had to do the daddy duties, but hey, that's part of life. You know what I'm saying? You know,
yeah.
hopefully one day this podcast will lead to me not having to work a day job. You know what I'm saying? But until
That's
then,
right.
it is what it is. So. Um, Let's get into it. Today we talking about, well, first off, everybody know the world is going crazy right now. Russia, Ukraine, Russia talking shit to us now. Talking about, they want to nuke us, bomb us, typical stuff. That's happened
Typical.
before. But in this day and time, things are so crazy. So any day, anything can pop off. So, with that being said, if the powers to be came to you and said, hey, we want you in charge. We want you to put 5 hip hop albums in this safe, in this vault, so that the generations later, 100 years from now, will be able to open this vault and learn from these 5 albums about hip hop. What would those albums be? And I'm going to let you have the floor first, Pierre.
Oh, you're allowing me to go first?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, for sure. Well, okay. Well, when you brought this idea up to me, I had to do a lot of thought. I made a list, rethought that list, made another list, rethought that list, and I came up with these 5 eventually. First of all, I have Life After Death, Notorious B.I.G. Storytelling, it just the skill period. College Dropout, Kanye West, the production. You can't go wrong with that. Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick Lamar. Once again, the storytelling, that lyricism, the skill. You can't go wrong. All Eyes on Me, Tupac. Enough said. You really don't have to say much. It's Pac. There it is. And Marshall Mathers LP. That for me, that's a very important album to hip hop, especially around that time. A lot of people might disagree, but this is my opinion. This is my opinion.
That's a very important album.
For me, because like when it came out, it was after we lost Biggie, after we lost Pac. Was nobody spitting with that type of, was nobody spitting like that, and then along with the lyricism and the skill, it influenced not only that, but it influenced a lot of people that we look at today as greats. Kendrick, Cole. It is that for me. You can take it however you want. I don't really care. This is me. I already know you got something to say. I don't care.
That's a terrible fucking list.
That's your list. That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
Terrible list.
Don't sit there and shake your head at me.
Wow.
Go ahead. What you got? And another reason why I went with what I went with, because I'm pretty sure I already know what you're going with. So just go ahead.
All right. Well, I went with Nas Illmatic, one of the greatest albums of all time, if you ask me. It tells about hip hop in that era. When they came out, Nas was only about 17. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just for him to have, to speak the way he spoke and to rap the way he rapped and to have the knowledge that he had at that age and to be able to articulate that, it's second to none, bro. Like, it's crazy. So definitely Illmatic. Tupac, Me Against the World. I mean, it's a great album. I originally had All Eyes on Me, but of course, you had All Eyes on Me. So,
Well, we went back and forth with that. I remember the conversation. Yes, we went back and forth with that.
But both of those albums were great. Both of them could have been in the vault, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's why I went with what I went with.
But Me Against the World, definitely a great album. Once again, it was an art form. You know what I'm saying?
That it was.
And speaking of art, the third one I went with was Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly. To me, that's going to be one of those albums that's going to be in a museum one day.
Yeah, when I remember when you came at me with that, we both brought up Kendrick.
Yeah,
I expected that. Yeah,
To Pimp a Butterfly is great, bro. Great. The next one I went was NWA, Easy NWA, straight out of Compton. I mean, that album speaks about how life was in the early '90s, and all the stuff that Black people were still going through. Shit. So I kind of went with things that happened in that era. So it's like, and this is not in any order, but it's just tell about how we were living and the things that we were going through. So that's why I picked that Easy NWA, great album. So, and then the last one, I kept going back and forth, man. I was thinking about it. I've been thinking about it for like 2 days now, and it's just like I keep going back and forth. And I have to go with, it's a toss-up between Public Enemy and really, it's you can say anybody. I mean, any album for Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, real shit.
In that era, you can say anybody. Or, right? I mean, goddamn, I can't even think right now. I'm just gonna go with Public. I'm gonna go with Public Enemy. Public Enemy was the message and the nonsense that it was giving people and telling them, like songs like Fight the Power and things like that, like it was giving us a message because once again, we as a people, we've went through so much in life. Hip hop is established by Black folks, Hispanic folks, you know what I'm saying? So, if music got lost and I wanted people to know about hip hop 100 years, 200 years from now, I would want them to know the struggle that, we went through.
All right.
And that's in the music. So that's why I was definitely with Public Enemy.
I went with, go ahead, brother.
No, because I was just saying, like, history is his story. So just like we go through it now, history is his story. They tend to phase out a lot of things in history. Mm-hmm. And so that's one thing I don't want to get lost is hip hop music. A lot of people don't even know how rock and roll started. You know what I'm saying? They think some European band came over with rock and roll.
No.
And see, these are things that's been faded out though for so long. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the youth nowadays, they don't know nothing about rock and roll. They don't know the origins of rock and roll. So I don't want that to happen with hip hop. So, that's why I picked these guys. So
we're down Louisiana, down to New Orleans.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Don't nobody know. Well, and I respect the reason why you went with the list that you went with. Me, myself, I went with the list I went with because of skills, certain skills that we will need if it had to start all over. That's why I went with the list I went. All these artists display certain skills that is very much needed. That's why I went with it.
Well, to each his own. I mean, it's not like it's the right answer to this. It's to each his own, and it's interesting, but I definitely definitely, like I said, it's about understanding and the culture and understanding, the music, learning from the music. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like, yeah, you got very skillful people on your list. You know what I'm saying? But I would want to give them a history lesson on the culture and on hip, so that they can learn, and then whatever skill they got, they can go from there. You know what I'm saying? Like today, the average rapper, new age rapper now, they ain't got no skill.
Exactly.
But you know what I'm saying? And they got all of those rappers, they got all of these groups, that they can reference and look for, and they still don't. So that's why I would want more of an educational sense with it. But it's cool, man.
I hear you.
Yeah. So, but I do feel like my 5, those albums, I would definitely it would definitely kill your shit is trash.
Well, that's your opinion. I knew who you was gonna go with right off the back. Now I know I already know what you was gonna pick right off the back. So that's another reason I didn't want no doubles. I wanted to be specific to how I feel about this shit. And I already knew you was gonna come with a good list. I like your list. I like your list. You gonna sit here and talk shit? Oh, okay. I'm about to
talk shit, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man. So I mean, that's pretty cool, man. People out there, let's have a conversation about this, man. I mean, because this could be a real type thing. I mean, we have another world war. You know how they, you see in the movies, they take art from, galleries and stuff like the Mona Lisa and all of this type of stuff. They're gonna have an archive vote where they're gonna take music, because most likely if there's a World War III, that's gonna be pretty much the end. You know what I'm saying? There ain't gonna be too many survivors. So, let's have a conversation about it. People in the comments section, yeah, y'all put y'all top 5, man. That y'all would put, not your top 5, but the 5 albums that you would put in the vault if it was up to you. What 5 would go in the vault? And this is not, who you think is the greatest top 5 ever and all that stuff. It's,
no.
Like I said, it's like, what 5 albums would you put in the vault so that 100 years from now, they can learn and understand what hip hop is. So y'all, hopefully y'all leave comments, like, subscribe, and appreciate y'all time today. BF, I appreciate your time, bro. And
I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. We 16 the beat, and we'll check y'all again later.
Peace.